And of course, we have Goofy in Jiga's stead
What
this
a
morning.
wonderful piece of prose.
Wagwan.
That's right. And always knew you were a man of culture. You know?
Mhm.
You always knew you were a man of culture.
Rody, you have the topic
Me?
at hand?
Which one we going with?
You want me to discuss? I think that
One from...
from yesterday?
Yeah.
Or the
yeah.
before, sorry?
Yeah.
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 Well, lead it off now.
All right, so Olia. So you are in the dating world, right? You're courting,
Friendin'.
as they say, you're friending.
Yeah,
May the
friendin'.
odds
Right.
be ever in your favor.
No, you meet a Mr. or a lady, and they're a tad bit older than you. You know, let me say about 15, 20 years.
Could be more than that,
Yeah,
yeah.
it could be a little more than that.
20 plus.
Right, but the connection there.
Yeah.
All the real check for each other, and the love is there, the chemistry is there, all the love of each other. Right? Went on a couple dates, you realize you know something. This is somebody I could see myself with for a long time.
All are going down
Going
together.
down hard, yeah.
But it's on the lows. It's on the lows for
It's under the
yeah.
lows. It's under the
Trying to
lows.
see if it go work
You're
out.
not on the social media or nothing like that. But they're doing all the thing, right?
He don't know how to sign into Facebook.
He know not more. He know not more that.
Be use his smartphone.
Yeah. He know more Twitter and thing. He only use WhatsApp.
No, he's called it WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Yeah. Right? And the time comes where, you know, your family having a little get together and you want to take this person that you've seen for a while now. You know, you want to finally introduce them to your family and your mommy or your daddy. The only problem is that this set person went to school with mommy in the same class. They spend a lot of time together.
It was in the same year.
7 years
So
together.
wait that. So either gender.
Either gender.
So if I dated a young lady
Mhm.
and I reach home by her and I realize that me and her mother or me and her father went Fatima together.
Correct.
You understand? Or me and the mother went confirmation class together.
No, but you doing it in the other direction.
Yeah.
You doing younger. We talking about older, innit?
Yeah, we talk more older.
Oh,
So when you
talk
reach
more older.
home,
well, it could
you
work so too, you know.
realize
It
that
could work so too.
you are nobody. You see,
The dynamics will change a
the
little
politics is different
Mhm.
in the other direction.
You find so? If I am the
Yes.
person that and I
No,
go on
the
by someone,
politics is different in the other direction.
oh, you find so?
Younger.
Because dealing with older, if it narrows the conversation. If you're dealing with older, in terms of how the politics works for male versus female, when you're talking about older, as opposed to it being younger.
You just
If
say-
I go home
you
by a
just
young
say
lady,
female, eh?
if I go home by a young lady and I
I'm
see
talking about the human species.
I see her parents and I realize that me and the father was in class in Fatima together, that doesn't augur well enough. Either which way
No,
you're
it doesn't.
no, no,
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
I mean, if you all want to do
It
both,
doesn't.
if you all want to do both directions, cool. I'm not
You
pressed
wanna keep
either
it
way.
Or at the
Or-
same time,
I'm not.
if-
I'm not pressed either way. I don't care. It's fine.
or if you know at the same time I me and a pensioner dating,
Mm. Mm.
and when she come and check my day,
It's because she and your mother is
she and my mother,
whole
Yeah, it was
partners.
good.
you understand them
We used to share soccer bag and thing in school together.
them play
It
mass
was
in
good.
And chili bibi.
them play mass in
Mhm.
Minshall together when Minshall used to make mass and thing all the time. You understand?
Yeah.
How does bridge that gap? How do you sit down and have dinner or lime or wherever it is home by you, hogging up this mister? You know, when hear them mother good
Or this madam.
or this madam.
All right. So the chat is live.
Auntie Beryl went to school with Tommy Sharon.
First
Eh?
of all,
Auntie
Beryl.
Beryl.
Auntie Beryl.
Auntie Beryl, boy. Auntie Beryl went to school with
Wow.
mommy, you know. And me and Auntie Beryl dating.
Imagine your girlfriend name is Beryl.
And I love her all.
That is a
Know what
problem.
then? Yeah, Beryl good. You understand?
Yeah,
That will make
Beryl.
you feel uncomfortable.
Like I said yesterday, I haven't gone beyond 12 years. So I mean, I can't see myself going beyond a 12 to 15. I
Right.
can't. You
Yeah,
know?
but if it is because you never know, love is.
And that's why I
love
wrote
is-
that's because you
love is
find a lot of
something
older
that,
men dating younger girls.
Mhm.
And you're quicker.
I'm not attracted to anybody younger than me in the first place.
Like old man.
I
Yeah.
think I dated. I
Yeah.
dated, and this wasn't even like a relationship. This was just dating.
What I mean?
younger once.
Yeah.
This wasn't like a relationship. It was like, yeah, okay, we's like, we's lying, we talk, we aren't official. It's not like a thing.
Right.
I dated younger once, and I was like, no, it's
Like
not working for me.
As in your age, or just a little bit, or
Like
what was the gap?
a couple years younger. I want to say maybe like about 4 or 5 years younger.
okay.
It was a no for me.
Younger men can't stimulate your mind.
You see,
Conversations are just
yeah,
dry and
the conversations
boring.
will be conversating.
Yeah.
The conversations
But
will be conversating.
how do you
Very colonial.
face your mother or your father? How do you face your mother or your father and get past that awkwardness?
With an older person,
Yeah.
Correct.
But you remember when we went such and such party and we went and we was partying with Kabuki that time, boy, and them kind of conversations coming
no,
up.
thank you.
Yeah, morning again. Guys, Buffy, I think what Abby was trying to get at is that the picture that I got is that in my age, I am dating somebody that went to school with my mother. So this is like 30 with a 50. But if you look at it as you go by your partner and you realize that you dating his daughter, that's more like,
Yeah.
I mean, 40 and 20, which, I mean, that direction,
But
it
still.
looks, because I mean,
I
at
don't see any
50,
difference.
you
It
could
feels
both
like
say that we
grooming.
are
It feels
adults
groomy.
and mature enough, and, we are mentally matured and our emotional IQ is up there, but at
Yeah, but
40,
still.
20, I don't think so, because you seem a little pedophilish.
Yeah. When it goes up,
But however, I digress. But my current husband was in a similar situation, and he was with his mother's friend. And when we were together, and she found out she had very much of an issue that he was with a younger woman. But mind you, she was feisty like a young girl and want to fight me in a party.
Hey, bye. Hey, bye.
right?
Hey, bye.
It don't be easy out here.
The older dynamic that's be given, a lot of people immediately assume there's like money, like there's a financial
Yeah.
something
I
involved.
first think
Yeah.
That sugar daddy,
Yeah.
sugar mama,
No,
that dynamic.
I get
always
what let's say
plays.
about the kind of grooming pedophiles, which is not the direction I wanted to head into. But let us be real, they are
It's have
older
situations
men
like that.
who
Yeah.
date younger women.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it
The
doesn't
50s.
necessarily. And when I say young women who are past their 20s, come
Yeah.
out to university, and there's big women making their own decisions.
It's a 50,
Yeah, that's
it's
But
a
she with a
50-year-old man
60-something.
dating 25-year-old woman.
I don't know. I just
I
feel
don't want to
like-
be 60 something, People had children when they was 20.
Correct.
So you could be 20 years older than you.
I don't know. Like when I think of like a 20-something,
Oh, yeah, boy.
Player on player.
Yeah, boy.
this dude, what's his name, who's been in the news recently about his current girlfriend or whatnot, and he was saying how.
Oh,
He
Marion.
with her, he with
Yeah,
her
that little
because
creepy.
he.
What was
I
the
was like,
story?
you see, yuck. He was like, how old he with her because, that idea that she fresh.
She's like 21, but
Yeah.
maybe since he was 16 or 17.
Like he
and
know
they
her
have
since she's
when
like
they
a
said, and they have a
teenager.
child, and when they manage to shine
Yuck.
age more than what?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's,
kind of creepy.
it's giving grooming.
And poor me didn't know what to do, because if I engage now, they will say I'm fighting with a pensioner and I would have get wrong.
Yeah, that has been that what has happened there. That is
Advantage.
Ma'am, once somebody lash you, all bets
Morning,
are
guys.
off.
Again, it was Marcus Houston, and yes, he was grooming.
it's back to
Wow.
Marion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice, Houston. It's
Yes,
Houston.
Marcus Houston. Thank you. Yuck.
Morning, guys. That topic is not far-fetched. Plenty of older men date younger women, especially when they have money. And these days, older women, that's why they call them cougars. They have younger boyfriends and they don't mind spending the money on them, because that is part of, it's like anything else. If you want something and you could afford it, you purchase it. But in terms of dating your parents' friends, in many cultures, people, they hook up their younger daughters with older men. And
That's
older
called
men.
arranged marriage, ma'am.
Talking about
That's
that.
provided for. That is very, very common in certain cultures. I ain't gonna say who
To
it
that
is.
point, I agree.
That is very prevalent.
But let me using that in Trinidad and modern society.
It's giving cows and donkeys and dories.
Yeah.
Stop it.
head of cattle. If when you reach home and your mother eye open wide and she realizes that
Yeah.
this person is my contemporary,
Okay,
or the reverse if you go by
Nicole and she went coconuts together.
they even coconuts.
You're going further than that?
Yeah, the upper level together. Them party together.
Or
proper,
SWWTU hall.
Yeah. Them see Bob Marley and PSA together. You understand?
No thanks.
Mommy, I love she, mommy.
Indeed.
Mommy.
I'll let, why?
Morning, everybody. Goofy, stop it. You very well know where Abby's saying. First, to begin with, yes, the dynamics is different because especially when it's like, say, a 35-year-old dating a 50-year-old. And that's happened to carry home the mother, carry them home to the parents. The first question is, she can't make no children for you. What are you settling down with that for? That's one. On the other hand, on the other shoe, it will be, he's so old for you. What happened when you want to be banging and going out and he can't make it because he knee hurting, he not well, thing. What will happen? Huh? When you make a child for him, they'll consider he a grandfather.
Mom,
when he going in school and pick up the child.
Mom, believe it or not.
It will be different.
Believe
Different
it or
strokes
not.
for different folks.
Mom,
Just say.
Mom, believe it or not, Uncle Roger takes care of himself, okay? He's really healthy at his age.
I don't see
I
anything.
would be very concerned if you're dating someone and calling him Uncle Roger. I would be very.
I don't see anything.
Very
Your mother going to be calling
concerned.
him that. That is your uncle.
There's
Ew.
nothing wrong with
That
buying
is your
school books
uncle.
with your pension. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mom Roger does Chancellor every Saturday. It's really, really healthy. Okay?
I don't know. Something about this conversation is very cringe. I mean, if we're
It's-
talking about,
It's
if we're
big
talking
people
about,
we talking
There's
about.
big people.
It's
And
working
what
people we
cringy-
talking
what
about.
cringy about this?
we are talking about like a 10, 15 years gap. Okay, cool.
I mean, that is not real life, you know. This has happened every single
but if
day,
we're
you know.
talking
They
about
be
chances are, if you're dating someone that is like your parents' age, it means they're like, it means these are people who would have been adults when you were born,
Yes.
and that is
I
so
know that
groomy to
you're
me.
an adult. You're an adult
A
now.
big woman making decisions.
Yeah.
Groomy and
You driving your own thing.
Nothing-
You
there's
making your own
nothing groovy
decisions.
about that.
Okay, all right. The point is, Mars versus Venus is about our personal opinions.
Yeah.
For me, it's kind of you.
Nah.
For me,
I can't.
somebody my mother age,
Yeah.
my mother who is a hot. I mean, she's a hot girl,
So if
original hot girl from South, but she's
All right,
in her
let me put it this
70s.
way now. Let me see.
Me
your mom.
dating somebody
Your
in their
mom, right?
70s.
Your mom is a hot touch. She just punch night dress.
That's
and
right.
And you turn around twice a day in a little jazz festival, them Tobago jazz thing, and you look so, and you see a young boy with spinning your mother. Your mother
Brad.
smiling and blushing. You see, but wait, you squint and you look so. But wait now.
Yuck.
Me and he went primary school together.
Oh, thank you.
Brand who's
But it's not you. It's
Brand
your
who was
mom.
in economics class with you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
First of all, Rosalind Claudette would never.
Okay. All right. Cool.
You get
Yeah.
yes.
When your mother
Yeah,
she come through the door, she gonna be shocked because she know the kind of racket she and Gertrude used to do back in the
First of all,
days.
her name is Gertrude, and I am. I can't. Nope.
Nothing wrong with
Yeah,
getting
it's
true.
kind of tough for guys in their, I would say 40s, early to mid 40s, even the guys in their late 40s, to date younger women, especially if you have a big social circle or you're a man about town, because 9 times out of 10, you might bounce up your brethren daughter or your brethren brother daughter or something stupid like that. So it's tough. And
She says
also-
it's tough.
There's a huge mental gap, I would say, nowadays between people in their 40s and people in their mid to early 20s, or even to their late 20s, just in the way they think and behave. So it's very, very difficult for guys to do it. Women are easier doing it, but guys kind of give off a creepy vibe. I think a guy should wait till the woman is 30 years old.
Okay.
I don't know.
I also ask the question in terms of people who are actively looking for somebody that much younger than them. Like, why are you mentally, unless this person
No,
is
it
some
just-
sort of prodigy, unless it's some sort of, occasionally you really might find somebody who is operating at a mental and emotional level that is far beyond their age. Sometimes, it's a rarity, it happens. But I just seriously question why. And I'm talking about either of the genders, the sexes, etc. Wherever on the spectrum you land.
this is-
Why are you looking for somebody
It's not a- it's not
that
a-
much
it's
younger
not a
than
looking.
you?
You don't be looking, Abby.
It have plenty of people who's be looking.
Them things will just
That's happening
happen.
in workplace
Them
every
things just
day,
happen.
every day.
No,
That's
it's not
so
like
commonplace.
you wake up and morning
Yeah.
know something.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
do
look fat
that.
today.
I have
No.
people who doing that
It
too.
don't work so. You see the young lady in the office by you,
Yeah.
nice boy. Next thing you know, you want she hit it off.
Exactly.
And what?
You at 60 something, watch 20 something, and ball, oh, she nice and all, it hits it off.
Yeah, but Abby,
what do you mean, man? He's a man and a woman. I don't understand.
It's giving, not even midlife crisis. It's giving latter life crisis.
Why does it be a crisis?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, sure.
I mean,
sure.
Good morning, Ocha World. It's two consenting adults, which I agree have no problem with the age difference. Then they don't have a problem. It's the naysayers, Abby, that have to deal with the age difference. People get together for many different reasons. Cougars and sugar daddies have their place in relationships. Deal with it, okay?
Abby,
y'all ask me my opinion, right? Y'all ask me about me, how I feel about it. Which is why the whole Mars versus Venus concept is just sometimes I'll be like,
yeah,
why?
but we talking about
you ask the
adults
okay, fair.
There's
no illegality involved in it because
Correct.
they're consenting. They're at the age of consent. But when you look at it on the wider spectrum, me personally, there is something about it that is cringe. Only ask me my opinion, right? Me personally.
So you find that,
but I'm not going to launch a crusade that says end the relationship now. That's not what I'm going to do.
When we thinking about it realistically, in a real scenario, in a workspace, your eyes make fault with a lovely lady. Majority of the times, you don't really know the age, you know, and you just only find out the age.
Right.
A little while after you start to talk to them,
you
and
want
you meet
a
them,
real
and you party,
instance?
and this and whatever. You don't meet somebody and say, oh, what is your age?
Do you want a real instance? And I know this is an extreme, but I'll give you an example of a real instance where I've seen this in action. It went older man, much older man, girl my age, so to speak. Much older man as in my mother's age, as in somebody who would have been very much a mentor in our space in a lot of ways. Right. You know how that story ended? And there's something called elder abuse. There are some people who get into things because they realize that they can prey upon somebody who is older.
All right, yes,
or
that has
younger,
happened, of course.
whichever way or whatever. The girl is currently in, I don't know if she's still in St. Anne's or if she's in jail. It ended with murder because of wanting what the gentleman had. You understand? And isolation from finding ways to isolate him from his family and whatnot. So for me, because of the fact that sometimes I look at things and yes, people maybe there may be instances where people seem genuinely happy and that's great and whatnot. I try to drink water and mind my business, but there are also times when you look at things and you go, something about that not looking right, it's not feeling right, and that is my. You ask my opinion, and that's my opinion on it. Very, very rare do you find those dynamics working.
Real sad by Uncle or Uncle Roger. But if just imagine you're in bed and you going to, you're all sleeping, doing all that thing or whatever, and you balling Uncle Roger,
Ew.
you know? Diarrhea. I don't know, man. I don't know what's so bad.
Is that no for me?
But you balling Auntie Helen or Auntie. Yeah, but Auntie what? Nah, but yeah, good.
If Auntie Helen come wrong, yeah, kind of way.
Breakfast party, good morning, guys. So you know how confusing that playlist going to be in the car? 1 minute you're listening to Drake, the next is a pal Joey Lewis, then a Alkaline, then a Eddie Lovett. No. That confusing, Dread.
Man say Alkaline, Eddie Lovett. Yes, Lily. I want to hear what Lily had to say.
Into skilly.
Good morning. This wasn't even a relationship, but it was a friendship that was under consideration for further. Until I had a chance to hear a conversation between this person and my mother and realize how much they have in common and how much long time stories they have. And bro, no, we can't do this. This can't happen. And then what you consider to be modern thinking, this person might say something or their perspective on something might be so old school that it just doesn't gel.
It's weird.
And then there is the unpopular, unfavored opinion that I'm going to say anyway, even though people might get vexed with me. Who cares? It's the facts. When older people from 40, 45 years old and up have children, the child as the child grows looks old. So if you find that people always tell you about, I find you look older. It's because your parents was old when they had you in the jam. And that's why you just look old.
Lily,
that's the facts.
She's not entirely wrong. It's not the look old part. It's the point is if you have children, like you as a younger person, have a child with somebody who is markedly Now, at 10, 15, okay, cool. But we're talking about somebody who's like your parents' age. They are actually, this is not opinion. There are actually medical factors involved in terms of the outcome of procreation. Things like Down syndrome, etc. Because of the particularly when it's a younger woman, younger man situation. Older couples, if you read up on it, we could Google it right now. Older couples, generally, if we both older, there's a higher risk of the child being conceived with issues, various issues.
All are going real fine to the weeds with
It's
this.
a old-born baby then.
Right. And it also, those things also are a factor when one person, particularly man, is much older than the woman as well. Those are things. So if you are with somebody who is much older than you, as in they are your parents' age, as in you really want to envision a life moving forward with them. You want children and all these kind of things with your hot 70-something.
Right.
Just know that those are things that you have to think about.
So the baby could get high blood pressure.
No, I'm not talking about high blood pressure. I'm talking about issues with chromosomes here, extra ones, etc. Okay? Right.
I know a couple men in their 50s and 60s firing and make sure.
No, and I'm not saying that it's not
Children
every
about
single
this
time.
too.
I'm not saying it's every single time. I am saying that there's a higher risk. And those are things you also have to
You
consider.
just say if it was an old man, your baby going to come up with an old face.
I don't know what that.
What in the Benjamin
I have to side
button?
with Abby this morning. It is and could be a tad bit predatory in either direction.
Yes.
And honestly, if you're a guy in your 40s looking for somebody, guy in your 40s or 50s or 60s looking for somebody in their 20s, there's something wrong with you, because there's nothing that girl can offer you mentally, unless she's a prodigy, as Abby said, financially or emotionally, that is going to stimulate you other than you know what.
Mars versus Venus, the topic of the day. You are dating someone significantly older than you, your parents' age. You bring them home one evening, only to realize that the person is the contemporary of one of your parents. The person and your mother went to school together. Or vice versa, however, it swing. How do you cross that bridge?
Hey, how you behaving? Like I got old man dump you, so what going on here? Real grimy this morning, boy.
You see, to me, majority of the times, there is whatever caters to that person in at that particular time in their life, right? Like I was now telling Abby, I have a partner who have a friend, and she's dating an older guy who lives out in Switzerland. Right? And, you know, we was having that conversation because she mentioned that she wants to keep her body, she don't want no stretch marks, she want no children, and the relationship works for her because one, she don't want any children, two, she enjoys her freedom.
Right.
She could travel whenever she wants, she could come carnival, she could think, she could really lay all over the place, and she know that person, that set man, he don't have a problem with any of them things.
And that is fantastic.
You understand? And it works for her.
And
so,
she happy,
so
like papi.
She real happy.
There you go.
So my thing is, there are instances where whatever particular need that you're looking for at that time, that person caters to that, no boy.
Nobody not
and
saying
vice
no.
and vice versa.
Absolutely.
That guy probably enjoys his freedom as well. He probably travel a lot for work or whatever the case is, and having a nice young lady when they need to, you know.
I agree with you.
Date or whatever. Like they like it like that.
I agree with you all
Let
completely.
me cater to you.
What I'm saying is, however, y'all ask, how do you cross that mark? That's the question y'all ask. How do you cross the mark? Nobody is saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying that people should be condemned to life being alone. And we just said once you cross the 18 watermark, whoever you want to be with, you could be with. But how do you cross that mark? And the point is, because of the fact that the dynamic of the relationship we're talking about is not the norm, because it is not the societal norm. The things that we're bringing up are the things that are the conversations that your parents will probably want to have in terms of, why are you with this person? Why are you attracted to them? What it is you want? What it is you're getting out of this relationship?
He's mentally stimulating to me, Mom.
Are you okay? Are you sure you are not
He's
in a
there for me.
position of feeling as
Caters
though you're
to-
being
he
caters
pressured?
to my needs. Me.
Right. And that's what we're saying. The question you ask is, how do you cross that mark? There are certain questions that are going to arise, and I am raising the questions that will arise. Okay?
It's a reference to
Right.
judiciary.
But it's how Goofy go play news feed right in the middle
He
of the
rude.
hot topics.
He rude.
While the callaloo simmering, the man decide to pull news feed. Goofy
for
is
that-
that one.
That the old man in them
We
years.
usually do newsfeed
Once
when
them-
we're finished
once
at
7
the
o'clock
top
hit
of the
the-
hour, sir.
You news have to come on, eh?
Usually.
They paying faith at a certain
Usually.
time.
Live from
Okay.
downtown Port of Spain, baby, give my chance here. The news coming.
News coming on 7 o'clock.
Good morning to the panel. Special good morning, Mr. Basewit.
Hey,
So
beautiful.
I personally know of a situation. I'm a painted. Abby and I are friends in high school, best of friends. Abby coming home by me, I going home by Abby. Abby parents and my parents are friends. Fast forward, couple of years after, Abby parents mash up thing. Next thing you know, you say Abby and I in college, right?
Because she dating your father.
I start
Mom,
seeing
ease
Abby
me.
father.
Ease me. Just ease me, please.
Fathers.
Just ease me.
We had two little conversations,
step
and I
back.
find we having mature conversations that, fellas my age not having. My relationship and Abby relationship mash up, and me and Abby father get married and make children. Yes, like that.
That's a bit much. really.
Regular thing.
That's a bit much.
Hello, good morning, you're live.
Yeah, against your father happiness.
Get it together. Get it together.
That's a bit much for me.
The bridge had to cross somehow.
Neighbor.
However it crossed, it had to cross.
cross.
But it had to cross. You understand? We live in a society where crazy things happen. And we have to adapt to crazy things. And if I am a tanty, well, I call she tanty. Because if it is you and my mother went to school, he's a tanty. If I in love with tanty and the zest is real with tanty, mommy, we have to cross the bridge somehow, you know. And it's that.
Oh, God, why are all my friends like this?
So head of the class.
A next one. A next one.
The bridge have to cross.
Hey.
And it's that.
Morning, listening to all the comments coming in, and I'm thinking to myself, a parent might not have a problem. Uncle Jim and Auntie Janet might be good, respectable people, and they know what they're getting, if they know this different, so they know that, hey, this person going to take care of my daughter, take care of my son, and everything might be nice, you never know, That them knowing the person might make things easier.
You're live on the panel.
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah. Tell
What's
me.
going on?
We there? How about you?
All right. Well, this situation, I think I could relate to it because I'm in that predicament.
Right.
I'm in a 10-year relationship.
Right.
Son.
Oh, you cross the bridge?
Across the bridge. Well, the bridge was easy to cross. It didn't have no issue.
Right.
Even though she's way older than me, my mom was a bit older than her, so she didn't really have much of a problem with it.
And you're hugging up mamas any night?
Any night, every night. But if you see mamas, they go ball.
You go ball.
They go ball. Because mamas have...
Nice like a pie.
Nice like a pie. And she have adult children. She have about 4 adult children.
Your age?
Nah, I older than them by at least 5 years.
Okay.
So it does go. And you love mamas and mamas love you.
You don't know.
Well, right.
Where's the age difference? How much years apart?
Feel like
well, it varies. Remember, it's 4, but at least 5 years older.
No, you and mamas.
You and mamas.
Yeah.
I'm 42 and she's 60 something.
That's what we talking
All right.
about.
Okay. All right, brother.
That's what we talking about. 20 plus years.
Right, well,
Yeah.
we wish you the best.
Yeah, man. Respect.
We wish you man the best for you. Want to get a 10 years with the woman?
You don't want him to be alone and anything. But you can enjoy yourself, But the other thing, what Abby is talking about, the elder abuse, is real. It's reality because my neighbor is way younger than her husband, who's way older, and I see abuse every day. She doesn't have patience with him. to take care of him. He walks slower. He has a cane. She's young and vibrant. She shouts at him. She don't wait for him to go up the steps. I peep through the cracks of my windows, or if I'm outside, I see it. It happens. The abuse is going to happen because it's like, why? You're old,
It can happen on both sides.
Ojawul, morning.
Indeed.
And now listening to the topic here. You always saying that some saying is not the norm, some saying is the norm. This happening donkey years now. It even happening now in the States. Where all these older celebrities, look, this one celebrity fella, 76-year-old Robert De Niro, I think he is. He just had a child. Come on, it's the norm. It is the norm. Why when the celebrities do it is okay? Because they have money? Because celebrities have money?
But who says...
Hugh Hefner had how much?
But who's saying
How much
okay?
of them bunnies running around the yard? Eh? It was the norm for he. But I'm sure if a man in Trinidad or somewhere else do it, or they go start blasting the man. But Hugh Hefner had plenty rabbits running around the yard. And that was okay.
Yuck. The comment earlier in terms of parents being okay with it and whatnot. Yeah, there are instances. But again, I will throw a wrench in the thing where it also harkens back to the time of when the parent was arranging it, when they had a friend whose maybe wife passed on, and there are certain cultures where there are certain children are betrothed to people from the time there's like 5-6 years old, and you wait until they get they see their first menstruation to gift them off to an older man.
Those
like
things are still happening in other countries as well, huh?
So there's a cultural, and that's why when we talk about it being the norm, and when we introduce things like grooming on one end of the spectrum and elder abuse on the other end of the spectrum, those things are very much in play, and nobody is saying that when celebrities do it is okay, because we spoke about, is Marcus Houston, she say? We spoke about it being cringe and the conversations about grooming that have been occurring with him as well, we spoke about it. It's just, and this is about the politics in terms of when it's, which is why I was saying the different directions in terms of it being older versus younger. There are different sets of politics at play. You know what I mean? So if we're talking about older, there's generally the conversation about finances, financial stability, for both genders. And then if it being younger, that conversation about grooming that happens, and a different kind of abuse that happens.
You want to talk about Rowley and the new law they want to pass, stand your ground, and she want to talk about Nicki Minaj now get a new wig. Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't see that comment.
I don't know. I don't understand.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, but as far as I could remember as a youth man coming up, I was always attracted to older women. I don't know why. It's just one of them things.
Blast!
Front of all the I'll reach late, but I hear goofy, you're wrong. Newsfeed in the middle of the thing, it was sticky. I was enjoying it. Anyway, this is why I'm glad my mother had me a little late in life. She pushing 70 right now. So for me to come home and say I dating one of her friends, and I don't think I could ever see that happening. However, it's 2023. Mommy went to nice school, convent and them things and so on, as Jagger like to say. And mommy friends a little bit well off, So if they have a little taste for the young boy. Mommy mortgage had to pay. You might have to allow me on this one. Sorry.
Get your things, sir.
You know, I don't like
Get your things.
I don't like the fact that we always paint in this brush that once you're in your 70s, you're old, you're ready to go, and it have a lot of 70-year-olds and beyond that vibrant and
good and
will keep up with you.
Okay.
They're going all the fat with you.
I don't know why they feel like they have one foot in the grave.
Yeah, but it don't always be like that, eh?
Okay.
Yes, we understand there are situations like that and the elder abuse, and I get it, and I hear your point, but I think those are the fringe things. By and large, people that them thing happen every day, and
to me, it is a norm. It's just not discussed on a regular.
Is it not discussed because it happens so much now? Like it's just all right. Well, like this way it is.
It's a taboo. Nobody don't want to have those kind of uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah, but how nobody in dating Uncle Southie? How come nobody in Uncle Southie?
You know what?
You don't know Southie don't talk business.
Guys,
you don't
it was
know.
nice.
You want Southie to cuss you, that's what you
It's 9 o'clock.
So
On a
rude.
Friday morning. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Please be safe this
like I
weekend.
need to go, man.
Please
Take a nap
stay
now.
safe on the tarmac while you're